Here we go.
Oh, good morning. I'm going to ask everybody to please stand. The Soldier's Creed. I am an American soldier. I am a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough, trained and proficient in my warrior tasking drills. I will always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I am an expert and I'm a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. Take seats. I did that because I want you all to understand what it is that I am and what I'm supposed to what I believe in. Okay. To begin with, I am not a recruiter. All right. I'm not here to encourage you to join into the military. I'm going to tell you a lot more about the reality of what the military is than the recruiter will. Okay. You're welcome. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some important parts of being in the military. Pay, medical, fitness, education, and the lifestyle of a soldier. To begin with, let's ask what we can do for our country, and let's also ask what the country can do for us. Let's go and look at money here. Right now, as an active duty soldier, you're getting your base pay, which is available in this chart. You also get what's called BAH, Basic Housing Allowance. If you have a family, they will give you additional money, depending on where you're stationed, to live. That is your rent check. The Army will give you additional money to this to pay your rent and your housing. They'll also give you BAS. This is Basic Sustenance Allowance. This is a little extra money so that you can eat, right? A little extra grocery money. They're also going to be, you'll also eventually be eligible for retirement. You're also going to be eligible for VA veteran benefits if you file the appropriate paperwork for an additional income going forward. So, one of the problems with this is readily available. Anybody and everybody knows exactly what you're being paid. As a matter of fact, I am getting paid that right there. Everybody sees that. Also, your pay is not guaranteed. As a matter of fact, for disciplinary actions, they can reduce your income by 50%. And they can do that for a number of months, depending on commander's discretion. So, you want to be making $27,000 or $2,700 a month. That's cool. Don't screw up. Ever. Thank you. Not all benefits are financial. Okay? There's also physical benefits. For the military, we have the VA and we have TRICARE. Also, we have the physical fitness program. As a matter of fact, you will be performing physical fitness every day, 5 days a week, 6:30 in the morning. You will be out there running, pushing, doing push-ups. You're going to be performing your physical duties and maintain your physical fitness. The downside to this is degradation of your body. I haven't found any stats to find that it's true, but it's strongly believed by most soldiers that your body ages twice as fast in active duty due to the physical demands on what you're doing. The good news is medical, free medical. As a matter of fact, when you get out, if you're applying paperwork to the VA, you will get free medical for the rest of your life, right? Who wouldn't want to have free medical for the rest of their life? Downsides are, active duty medical reactions are relatively quickly. You can get most things done in a day. If you're depending on these, the VA, TRICARE is mostly for your family, extended family. If you're going to VA, there's documentation on the VA's own website stating that certain areas are not eligible for certain benefits. For example, PTSD counseling. PTSD counseling is not available in the country of Guam. Interesting fact about Guam, they have the highest percentage of veterans in the country. They have 1 in 8 persons a veteran over here, whereas only 7% of the country has ever served in the military in the contiguous United States. Okay, so desperately needing some improvements, but free, right? So we've talked a little bit about the body, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the mind. The post 9/11 GI Bill. You've all heard of the GI Bill, and post 9/11 was a bit of an improvement upon the original, which was, here is money, go educate yourself. What the benefits of the post 9/11 GI Bill are, is you will get, remember that housing allowance we talked about earlier? You will be getting a sergeant's E5 pay as your housing and sustainment allowance. You are going to get paid to go to school. You also get up to $1,000 each year for books and supplies. You can also talk to your command. If you're still active duty, your command can do a tuition assistance. They will pay you to go to school. And then when that money hits this money comes back to you. So going to school is actually a money-making proposition. I'm actually in a situation right now where I actually have tuition reimbursement, GI Bill, and financial, and tuition reimbursement, GI Bill, and tuition reimbursement, secondary. So I'm literally coming to school makes me more money. I can just be unemployed. It's fantastic. It really is. The downside is the mission is always first, always. I have gone through about 8 classes. 8 classes I will be 2 months into, and I'll get called to mission. That means I'm going to be missing 20, a final exam. I'm going to be missing presenting one of my speeches or one of my papers. That means all of those schools that show in the advertisements, we're a military-friendly school, yes, they're very, very friendly to accept your money. They are not going to help you pass their classes when your military duties are come up. So, what else do we have? Excellent. So, we all know that life goes on. So, let's talk a little bit about military life. Military life, it's a lot about this. It's all about being respected. It's a lot about being a superior fighting force. A lot about everybody is, that's right, about 8 minutes. Okay. Military life also has a variety of benefits being cut off over here, including USO, better opportunities for single soldiers. This does include, staying at an airport. I've had a layover at an airport where I got to sleep in a leather chair and got fed for free for USO benefits. For better opportunities of single soldiers, if you're a single soldier, they'll take you on white water rafting trips. They'll take you to amusement parks. Here's the other part of military life, okay? It's about being separated from your family. Okay? It's about losing people that you love and you care for. I told my mom when I went to basic training, when I come back, our dog wouldn't be alive. I was right. 4 years of my life, I could not control what was going on. I couldn't take vacation when I want. I couldn't look at my boss in the eye, give him the finger, and walk away. Because I wanted to get paid the next month, right? I didn't want to go to prison. Okay? We're held to a higher standard. There's a lot of stress for what we do and how we do it. Okay? We're sent to austere environments. It'll be 112 degrees. We'll be carrying 70 pounds of equipment and expected to carry out a fight. It's a hard life. So, hoping I've given you, what kind of choice would you make? Is this something that you'd be able to do? Can you show the tenacity that men and women have been doing for generations? Or is all the things that we've talked about, the money, the education, is that worth it to you? I believe I've given you enough food for thought. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the third one. Yeah, but I didn't know where I was like. And then also, I have one, it's just I didn't print it out. And then,
Was it not 7 to 8 minutes?
It's 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7.
All right. Well, don't worry about it at the moment. We'll worry about that later. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Presentation things, a lot of stuff is really solid. Look, you never have this issue about looking at people. You're a very engaging person. You look at us, you talk to us, your facial expressions are vivid and engaging. Your voice projects effectively. You're very fluent when you're speaking. Your issues don't really have to do with delivery kinds of skills. You've got the right stuff on that. You've got a good gift for gab. And you can do that. The issues that you have are structural kinds of things. You have ideas about what you want to say, but you don't have a very good plan about how to say it and how to get through it. It feels like you're jumping around from idea to idea instead of finishing one idea where suddenly, boom, off on the next idea. You need to have a lot more control of the content over what you're talking about. You need to give us a little bit more context about things. I like the idea of the attention device. I think everybody kind of appreciates the effort that you have to put in the job, the sacrifices that you make, and if anybody hasn't said it today, let me thank you for your service. But the truth is that doesn't mean that you don't have to have a plan. And everybody's got to have a plan, and your plan is not as detailed as it needs to be. It's random, and that makes it problematic. You've got big ideas that you want to get to. I can tell that there's a structure there, but you don't know what you're saying on each of those points and why you're saying each of those points. And that's what you need to get control over. So I said, for the most part, the delivery things are fine. Nothing jumped out at me that says, oh, here's something that you need to work on. It's all content stuff. All right, thank you.
Did you notice that I was trying to be on this side when I was saying the good things, and I was trying to be on this side when I was saying
I didn't
bad
catch
things?
that, but you know what? It makes sense. I did notice that you switched sides. I wasn't noticing that beat, but that's a good one. All right, Mala, we're going to have you next, please. Go ahead and get set up.